right, welcome back to RohrichKnose Podcast, helping you become a better and more prepared you. And today, I'm really privileged to have one of my patients with me, Sydney Dodson. She's a newlywed, and she's going to prepare you for the wedding glow up or workup,
yes,
right? And
absolutely.
So, and you just got married
a month and a half ago, May 17th.
Wow, a month and a half. And she's 2 years after her rhinoplasty. So,
yes.
And I met her fiance, now her husband. He was there at her side during the recovery, a rock star. I mean, I can always tell. Because first of all, most males don't show up, and so he was there at every appointment. Every appointment, really phenomenal. I love that.
Yeah,
so
I was very blessed.
You got a good one, and he got a good one, so that's good. So, okay, Sydney, so tell us about, and this is really your idea. I like it. So the pre-wedding kind of glow up, workup. So tell us what you did. I mean, obviously you're beautiful. So tell us how you. What did you start doing like 3-6 months before your wedding?
So, of course, there's exercise and diet, but there's so much pressure as a bride. I mean, the entire process, we planned the wedding for about a year and a half.
Really?
And it was stressful. I mean, it was amazing, and I would do it all over again, actually. I still wish I was doing that, but it was stressful. So there's a lot of pressure to look your best, to feel your best, during a time where all you want to do is rest. Like, you're working all day, and then you go home, and you're wedding planning for a couple hours, and then what? You're supposed to eat well? You're supposed to work out? It's hard. So I wanted a little extra oomph, help.
Yeah.
And I know at my original rhinoplasty surgery, I got a teensy bit of lip filler. I think it was half a syringe. And I really loved the results. It looked natural, boosted my confidence, of course. And I figured it was just time for a touch-up. Yep. Well, I also was thinking about how important photos are, of course, during the wedding, and how your makeup sits throughout the day. And it's something that not a lot of people think about, but I'm extremely detail-oriented. So I figured I just wanted botox because I'd never had them before, and I heard good things, and a tiny bit of lip filler as a touch-up. So I came to you, obviously, because you're my go-to person for that. And when I tell you, it drastically improved how my makeup sat on my face throughout the day, how I looked in photos. And again, there wasn't a huge difference between the before and after, but it is truly just how I felt inside. And I feel like that's what matters. And what I would say is most important about Botox and lip filler, it's quite common nowadays. Right. It's very easy to come by, but I think that's the issue, is that I've quite literally seen women go on Yelp and Google like lip filler near me. And it's terrifying because they go to their local spa down the road and come out with results that what I don't deem natural. Of course, everybody has their own preferences, but I think that because as a bride, you get decision fatigue quickly and easily, that it's easy to go on Google and just try to find something that everyone else has. But like I've said always, research is of the utmost importance. So while you are tired as a bride and planning your wedding, it's important that should you want Botox or any other cosmetic surgeries, that it's important to know where you're going, who is doing that, and what the expected results will be.
That's right. So what was your timeline? Okay, so you had your wedding date. So when did we do the Botox and filler before the wedding?
So my wedding date was May 17th, and I believe the appointment was early April.
That's right.
And then I came in for a touch-up right 2 weeks after that.
Right.
So it was like a month and a half that I came in.
For the Botox. That's perfect. That's perfect. Because then you know it's what you're going to see, because the last 3 to 4 months. Good. And the lip filler we did before that. Yeah.
We did it all in the same time, which was nice to knock it all out. Yeah. But it was about a month and a half before everything, and it was kind of a one and done type of deal, which is why I called it the wedding workup. You just go in, you knock it out, and you're feeling great afterwards, and the results are incredible.
Yeah, and the key, I think, what you mentioned also is don't overdo it. I mean, with Botox, especially before the wedding, you want to make sure it's perfect. That's why I always have people come in like 6 to 8 weeks before. Then I touch it up in 2 weeks because then I know it'll be perfect. Everything's symmetrical. And the same with the lip. The lip filler, it's a great time to do it, but again, underdo it because that's a little harder to fix.
It's harder to fix
if you have a problem. So you got to really underdo it, And I think, and the other thing is, lip filler lasts a long time. This whole thing about doing it every 6 months is crazy. I mean, you look.
It was
great.
About a year and a half from my first time, which I know is probably a little bit longer. But
it's perfect.
I felt good with where I was at, and then I figured I would just get a little touch up, and I feel like fits my face. It's natural. And I'm happy with it.
Yeah. So what about skincare? Tell us about what you do for your skin. Your skin looks great. I mean, obviously, we use retinols,
hyaluronic serums. I have a routine, of course, although I will say I got a facial about a week or two before that I felt like changed the game. It just smoothed things out. It was
really?
A hydrofacial.
Oh,
so, of course,
fantastic.
It just boosted,
That was a week
really
before?
Everything. Yeah, I think it was a week to the day before.
Yep, That's great. That's great. Yeah, so Botox filler 6 weeks before, all the skincare, which you've been doing for a long time, sunscreen, and then, of course, the hydrofacial. Yeah, the hydrofacial. I love hydrofacial.
I love them.
They're great, and that's perfect
so
the week before. That's great.
It's not abrasive. You can pretty much expect that of almost all skin types that you won't have any reaction to it. It's quite mild, which I like, but you do see results from it, and I really enjoyed it. I would go every month if I could.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the other thing, and you didn't need it, but sometimes people will get light chemical peels. You didn't need it because your skin actually looks fantastic. But that you should do about 6 to 8 weeks before too, and because you don't want to be peeling the day of your wedding. So I think that's good to do. But no, I think that is a very, very great and reasonable and safe plan because you can always if you do it that far out, you can always soften, you can shape it, and you can touch it up, like we did with the Botox and stuff, and it's great. And I think that's fantastic. So what advice do you have for the newlywed bride to be about this glow up or workup? I mean, what do you think is the most important thing, obviously, of all the things we talked about, from the Botox to the filler to the skincare to the what do you think is the most important? Is it the mindset, or?
I think it's the mindset. I was just about to say, only get it if you want it. Everyone else is getting it.
Right.
Don't hop on the bandwagon if you don't want it. Like, it's okay if you don't, and it's okay if you do also.
Right. Yeah.
So I sound like a broken record here, but research is key. Don't go on Google or Yelp or ask a neighbor. You truly want to go to a professional because we've all seen what good results look like and we've all seen what bad results look like. And there's clearly a difference in the two, and it depends on who you go to. And then I would say, because the process is stressful, there's a lot of decisions, rest, water intake is important, but truly take the time for yourself to just relax and rest. You don't want to be too stressed out. Of course, no stress is impossible, but it's important to just try to calm yourself down with a facial or a massage, exercise. I mean, there's countless ways to calm yourself down in that chapter of your life, but rest is a huge factor in that as well.
That's great. It's great. Wise words from an amazing, beautiful woman, and she just did it. Congratulations, a newlywed, and phenomenal. So,
thank you.
And these are amazing, very wise tips for not only having a great, great outcome for the special event in your life, your wedding, and know before you go. Thank you so much, Sydney, for joining us today.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
It's great to have you. Always great to have you back.